Welcome to Scone, Bake and Beyond. Hi, I'm Kathy, and I enjoy making scones, muffins, cookies, and all sorts of delicious baked goodies. Today, I'm going to share with you my recipe for Boston Cream Pie Cupcakes. I split my vanilla cupcakes in half, then I filled them with a diplomat cream, then topped them with a chocolate drizzle. They are so light and delicious. So, let's bake. To make our diplomat cream, the first thing we want to do is make a pastry cream. And we want to make this first because it needs a little time in the refrigerator. In fact, you can make this a day ahead of time. So I have a pot here and I'm going to put it on low heat. And in my pot, I'm going to put 2 cups of heavy cream and 3/4 cup of non-fat milk. We're going to let that start warming up, but I don't want it to boil. I don't even want it to come to a simmer. I just want to warm it up right now. And while it's warming up, we're going to get the eggs together here. So I have 2 whole eggs, 2 egg yolks, and 2/3 cup of caster sugar. I'm going to whisk it together until the eggs get a really light yellow color. Okay, that takes about a minute or 2 of whisking to get it a little bit lighter in color. And you'll also notice that the sugar all of a sudden is dissolved in there. You won't feel the grittiness of the sugar as you're doing your whisking. So now we're going to add 1/3 cup of cornstarch. I'm going to whisk that together until no lumps remain. Okay, it's nice and smooth. There aren't any lumps anymore, so we're going to set that aside. And we're going to bring our cream milk mixture up to a scald, which means we're just going to start seeing little bubbles around the edges. We don't want it to simmer, we don't want it to boil, we just want to warm it up. So I'm going to bring it up to a medium-low temperature to bring it up to a scald. So as you can see, there's little bubbles around the edges, which means it's getting scalded and it's nice and hot. But I don't want it to bring up to a simmer. So I want to temper my eggs, which means I want to bring the hot liquid into the egg mixture. But I don't want to scramble the eggs. So what I'm going to do is take about 1/3 cup. So we'll take about 1/3 cup. And we're going to slowly whisk this into the eggs. And this will bring the eggs up to temperature very slowly without cooking the eggs. Once I've tempered the eggs, I can now pour in the rest of the cream milk mixture. But I still want to pour it in real slowly and whisk it. Once this is whisked together, I'm going to pour all this right back into the pot, whisking it the whole time. We're going to turn this on to medium heat. And we're going to keep on whisking it until it starts to bubble. And what I call it's kind of like looking at mud pits bubbling. It's going to go blump, blump, blump. And that's what we're looking for. It's going to get thicker and get kind of bubbly. Before we get to that bubbly stage, we do want to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I have that sitting next to me, but I forgot to put it in there. So we'll get that going, and then once this gets to that thick bubble stage, I'll show you what that looks like. When you're whisking this, it'll start looking like it's going to curdle and it's not going to come together. But keep on whisking it. It will come out smooth. But it does kind of look a little curdly to start with. And we're almost there. As it gets thicker and it starts bubbling, it kind of looks like mud pits bubbling away. There we go. I'm going to turn this off and keep on stirring this. See those bubbles? Blump, blump, blump. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to take this off. And now I want to put it through a sieve just in case any of those eggs did actually kind of scramble up. I want to make sure there aren't any lumps in our pastry cream here. And this is so delicious. Oh my goodness. The reason why I want to put this pastry cream through a sieve is because I want to make sure there's no lumps in the pastry cream. And just in case that hot milk curdled some of the eggs and cooked the eggs, I don't want any scrambled eggs in my pastry cream. This pastry cream tastes so delicious. It's good on its own. It's better than vanilla pudding. Or you can put it in tarts, or you can fill cupcakes with them. Oh, there's so many good uses. Let's get all this off the bottom. I got a little sloppy here. with my pastry cream. Now I want to refrigerate this, but before I do, I want to put a little bit of cling film on it, or plastic wrap on it. But what I want to do is I want to make sure this plastic wrap is all the way down and touching the pastry cream. Otherwise, a film will develop on top of the pastry cream, and we don't want that. There we go. We're going to put this in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. So now it's time to make the vanilla cupcakes. So what I have here is 150 grams of unbleached flour, 150 grams of softened room temperature butter, 150 grams of castor sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 large eggs. We're going to put the mixture on medium speed and beat it for about 1 minute. Okay, it's been 1 minute. I'm going to put it on low speed, and then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of non-fat milk and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're going to bring that up to a medium speed for about 30 seconds. Okay, it's been 30 seconds. We're going just to scrape down the sides here, and then we're going to beat it for about 10 more seconds. Okay, there we have it. It's nice and smooth. So I have here a 12-cup cupcake tin. And what you want to do is you just want to spray the bottoms of your cupcake tin with a little bit of baking spray or Pam or something, just to make sure they're not going to stick. You don't want to use the paper liners in this recipe because we do need to cut our cupcakes in half, and so they're a much better size if I don't use the paper liners. So we're just going to use the spoon method and just scoop in our cupcake batter into each one of these. We're going to fill each one evenly because this recipe does make 12 cupcakes. There, they're all filled. I preheated my oven to 350 degrees and I'm going to bake these for 15 to 20 minutes. So our cupcakes have finished baking and they're cooled and ready to go. My pastry cream has been refrigerated for a couple hours and it's nice and cooled down. And for the diplomat cream, we only need 1 cup of that pastry cream that we made. So the pastry cream recipe does make more than what you need for this recipe, but it is delicious on its own. Just put some fruit on top of it. Oh my goodness, it is so delicious on its own. So it won't go to waste. So it's time to make the diplomat cream. So to make diplomat cream, you take 1 cup of our pastry cream and I'm going to whip up 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And to help the heavy cream whip up into stiff peaks, put your mixing bowl and your whisk attachment in the freezer for about 30 minutes before you're going to make this. There's our 1/2 cup of heavy cream. We're going to put this on high speed until we get stiff peaks. Okay, let's see if we have stiff peaks. There we go. There, that is stiff peaks. So what we're going to do, take that out of there. So put that aside. We're going to take just kind of a scoop and we're going to put it in with our 1 cup of, did I get it on myself? No, we're good. We're going to put it on, we're going to take that 1 scoop and we're going to fold it into the pastry cream here, because we don't want to knock out all the air that we just created in this cream here. And this will lighten up this pastry cream and just make these cupcakes taste even better. Okay, now that we have folded that in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the mixing bowl and I'm going to put this all into the mixing bowl where we have all that wonderful whipped cream. There we go. I'm going to fold it. Oops. And we're going to fold it in there until it's totally combined. It's all folded in, nicely blended. So I have here a 12-inch piping bag with a number 12 tip, and I'm going to put it in the piping bag here. And what's nice about this recipe is that a lot of recipes just would use pudding or just the pastry cream, but adding this little bit of whipping cream there, it just gives it a nice lightness. It's not heavy and cloey. So let's see if we can get that. I think I'm going to lose that little bit. There we go. There. Shake it down. There. All right, we're going to put this off to the side for right now. We're going to fill it in just a minute because we have not taken care of these cupcakes yet. As you see, we still have a whole cupcake. So, as you know, in a Boston cream pie, the cake is cut in half horizontal. So we need to cut our cupcakes in half horizontal. So I'm just going to take my knife and just cut all my cupcakes in half. There. Now they're all cut. So we're going to take our diplomat cream here. We're going to take the bottom half. So each bottom half, we're going to pipe on our diplomat cream and just fill it all in, just like that. And then you're going to take the top half and just very gently place it on top. We're going to do that to all of them. These are going to be so delicious. So I have here 14 ounces of dark chocolate that I've broken up into little pieces. And to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. We're going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds on high till we get the chocolate nice and melted. 30 seconds, and we're not totally melted yet, so I'm going to put it in for another 30 seconds. Okay, it's been a minute total, and it isn't totally melted, but I'm going to stir it up because some of it is very hot, and that little bit may just finish melting out the rest of it. So we'll see if that will. So I've been stirring it for about a minute, and it's totally melted now and nice and smooth. So now it's time to put on top of all of our cupcakes. So now I'm just going to take a spoon. It's about 1 tablespoon. We're going to just drizzle about 1 tablespoon on top of each one of these cupcakes. And just drizzle in the middle and just let it kind of drizzle down the sides. What's nice about this chocolate, instead of full-on chocolate ganache, which can be kind of heavy, this will just have a nice little coating of chocolate on top. There's the last one there. We need to refrigerate these for an hour so that chocolate sets up and also that diplomat cream that we made also sets up. So I'm going to put these in the refrigerator for an hour. So it's been an hour, and an hour is a long time to wait for that chocolate and diplomat cream to set. But they're ready to go. So I have one here. I'm going to cut it in half so that you can see what it looks like on the inside. There we go. And there we have the inside. So you have your vanilla cupcake and then that delicious diplomat cream and just that little bit of chocolate on top. So now it's time to take a bite. That is so delicious. The soft cupcake and then that diplomat cream is not thick and cloy. It is so light and airy. And then the chocolate on top is just a thin layer of chocolate, but that dark chocolate just comes straight through. These are so delicious. You're going to love this recipe. For the complete recipe, please go to my website, sconebaking.com, and there is a link below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for future videos. I hope this recipe inspires you to bake. Thank you for watching.